So you want to buy a vintage bus. It's like buying a vintage home. So what I'm going to do here on my MCI 5, just so you know where I am, this is the driver's compartment right there. I'm looking for the fuse panel or the main bus panel because I have to check it out. There we go. Would you look at that? I'll put this there. If you're lucky enough to have something like this, that's absolutely awesome. That can help you in so many ways and tell you so many secrets about your bus or your vintage home. Which you probably wouldn't get much on a vintage home, by the way. Okay, here we go. Here's my main bus panel. And I'm going to come in here with a can of computer spray. To clean keyboards and whatnot, if you know what I mean. And I'm going to start to work on things such as this. See the corrosion there? That's obviously causing a problem somewhere. Corrosion there. Anywhere you look at it, look at this. There's some sort of little burn going on. See this? I would say that wire is a bit burnt. So we need to find why and what. All these grounds right in there, that needs to be cleaned up. So we'll use a spray, and then we're going to use a PB blaster, maybe a cleaner of some sort. We'll have to go and take a look. I have electrical cleaner spray. Hopefully we can get that in there. I like to back certain nuts like that off, maybe, or just clean them up and see how it goes. Because as you can see, that going into this, my finger is, see that? It's dealing with problems. There may be a good ground in the thread, but it needs some assistance on the outside. Maybe. Otherwise it has to come out and be cleaned up and put back in. But most of the systems on the bus are running. I'm just having a problem with the solenoid shutdown back there. And I've heard it's been disconnected. But, you know, do people look closely at things such as this? Electrolysis, you clean that up, that breaker's going to work. All these wires are not corroded or anything. That's a bit concerning still. Here's another auxiliary panel. And this one should just swing open here. There we go. These are for illumination control on the bus. This is a port, so you'd have your microphone to talk to your passengers right there and say, we will be arriving in Sechelt in approximately 40 minutes. Which, if you've ever been to Sechelt, takes a ferry ride. One of the best places in BC to go, I would suggest it. So when you're looking at things, you can see some things that have been replaced, some things that are original. There's been probably some work done in here. I'm kind of questioning why. See how nice and clean this control box is? Without any type of moisture. This one has lots of moisture issues. See? No fault of anything other than possibly, what do you think? That kind of a window, which would cause water to come in here. And not into that compartment because it does stop immediately there. I think we can make this all work. It's excellent. So we're back to the front when we started this video today. Turn this brake drum around. Oh, I got some chattery noise that way. Seems okay this way. I don't know, probably the biggest thing is to stress safety. I know that sounds corny, people, safety. But do you understand how intimidating it is to climb underneath one of these things and start doing some work? It very well is. You want to worry about everything being jacked up appropriate, and I need some work to do to get this a bit higher, probably to get under there. But we're gonna get there. So this bag wasn't airing up, and that one's leaking and that one's not leaking. The previous fellow that owned it had told me he'd only moved it back and forth a little bit. You see that? I don't think you should move these buses back and forth without the system being aired up. Maybe a wee bit to try and provoke it, but if it's not coming up at all, maybe if it's off kilter a bit, but it's not coming up at all, I don't think that's a good idea. Because you can torque that the wrong direction. So that's probably what we're dealing with. That one took the brunt of the torque, and so did the front one, where these ones might be okay, but we should do 2 and 2. That will probably conclude it for today. Oh, we got our parts. What I said was, I believe why the bus wasn't airing up is because this leveling valve is off. I ordered one of those from US Coach. Takes a while to get to Canada, about 20 days, just so you know. I have to order some airbags, probably, just simply because you can keep phoning around for things, or you can just call Luke and he knows exactly what you need. So we got the strips for this door, which is over here, the hinges, and I got that leveling valve. Now I need to order airbags. I'm going to take that home. We're going to clean this all up and do an experiment and see how we can polish that up. And this is a previous owner I bought the house from. They've been gracious enough to let me stay here and get this bus up and running to drive out of here. So there we have it. I hope that was successful. Maybe it wasn't. I'll have to edit this because whatever. Thanks, bye.